Hi, welcome here on the Mosel River in the middle of Germany in December 2023. Some of you always ask me to do some videos in English. Our general sales market is the German-speaking regions as Germany, as Austria and Switzerland, and there's many Germans in Mallorca as well, and for sure then also Spanish and English people, but our main aim is the Germans, and that's why I'm always doing these videos in German. So it's a little bit apologizing to you guys who would like to have it in English. But again, we are mainly a German company. When it comes to tenders, we are probably the most experienced one in the market when it comes to tender solutions on Axopars or Brabus boats. And this is another example for that, because there's loads of individually work put into this boat to make out of a standard Axopar, like a luxury limousine. But on the price tag, I would say it's still very, very competitive to everything you find out in the market, especially when it comes to the driving ability, like how good the boat drives, how fast, how efficient, plus the luxuriety we just put into that boat on the demand of the owner, the order of the owner. So I will walk you through that boat now, what is special. So it's not mainly a video about the Axopar 37 because there was many done. It's an Axopar 37 with twin V10 350s, and it's a Brabus line. It's a normal Axopar, but it has, as I said, loads of options: lithium batteries, air conditioning, towing system, proportional boat thruster and stern thruster, connected joystick with the boat thruster. Loads of details. I'm gonna big Raymarine plotters. I'm gonna explain throughout that video. So we're starting in the front and doing the outside part of the boat first. So I'm running this camera parallel, so my colleague is gonna cut that later. So we have the towing point, which is a certified towing point, which we have been doing like nearly 100 of them, and also a metal plate in the front, which was developed for my guys in Mallorca to protect the bow when the anchor comes up. So we have a 12 kilo ultra anchor and the ultra bracket, plus we have a boarding pole which can be put in here. So when you're entering the boat from the front, you can easily hold yourself here. I'm going to show the boarding pole in its use in the back of the boat. Standard, the two cleats, and then we have individual cushions on that boat, which is called Ice, in Silvertex Ice. So it's an off-white, which looks quite cool. When the customer ordered that, I was a bit nervous about it, but it looks very nice. We have our anchor solution in here, which is a Luma V1. We have 50 meters of stainless steel chain in here. We have the table foot placed in here, a front table which can be placed here, so you can gather around with 4 people in the front, stored in the anchor box. We have a towing rope here. We have more handles or fixings to put the ropes, hang them, including the shore power cable. We have a chain counter in this remote. This is the fuse, and then we have also an extra 12-volt socket here in the front next to, and here we have the water inlet. Yeah, that's what we have here in the front. Then we have a much bigger, we call it Audio Pack 3. It's like the signature speakers together with a indirect lighting, which is parallel running with the indirect lighting of the boat in blue. Then we have the very cool looking in the routes, in the stitching of the Axopar, the original stitching, these very cool looking cushions with the side piece, like the armrest like we have on the Med Pack, and including an extra cushion in front of the window, so to get a feeling which have a much bigger space. And kids love it to be in this shed here just in front of the window when you lie in the bay, so it increases the space quite much here on the top. Then we have the solar panels. We have 2 Brabus standard paddling boards from Joby. We have a Thule roof box. We have the FLIR camera, Raymarine connected. We have a towing light, which is blinking yellow when we go in tow mode, so the Tow Pro we will explain later. Searchlight radar. We have the windows tinted. We have the navigation lights up here, windows tinted. We have a special Solstice, this is with holes, a sunshade we will show in different pictures, which Michael hopefully will just put in here now. And we also have specially made covers for the front and the back in planophile, very light, very easy to store, both done from the local canopy maker here in Traben-Trarbach, Sattler Reinhard, who has been doing always these very special jobs for us. Then yeah, we have, this is all standard Axopar. Then we go to the backs. We have the V10s, 350s, which give this boat a little bit more grip, especially when it's a heavy spec boat like this. We have the mast all in black, black radar, as I said, the towing light and the VHF antennas. And then we have something special. We have here the fish finder, the Raymarine fish finder connected to the inside. Oops. And then we have as well here the control of the engine, so we see all the engine information, and we can even change the course of the autopilot, which is on. And we have a stern view camera here as well. Tinted windows, I said already, the very nice eyes. Then we have the boarding pole here, so I can just show you here. So the boarding pole goes in here, and then we can hold ourselves very good when we go off board or going on board, so it's much more easy to use the entrance. Just get it, it's very tight to get it out with one arm holding the camera, and you just store it here in the back again. It's full carbon, and put the lid back on. Then we have the fish box. We have the anti-slip for sure above here, the fish box, and then which is controlled here. And then we have optional like outlets for seawater and freshwater over a deck wash pump. So if he's fishing and just wants to not use the bigger water tank the boat already has. The boat has a 160-liter water tank with water tank indicator. I'm going to show it from inside. But if he doesn't want to use the fresh water, he can still pre-clean the boat when he gets a nice tuna out or something and will have blood all over his white nice cushions here. Then he can clean it even with salt water for the beginning. On port side, we have again the storage, and we have a cooling unit in here, so you can cool this area here. And then we have the standard stern shower, which you see in the compartment, as well as the piping, a little bit cold to get back in here. We're having like round about 0 degrees. We have the pipe here for the deck wash, as well as another boarding pole here, and the rod holders, which we have 6 up here and 2 down here, and an extra cup holder on the port side, diesel tank for the heater, as we have heating and air conditioning on the boat. Good. Window tinted, so the boat looks very cool, I think, with this all black and white. So I would say the black is the new white, or white is the new black, or whatever. It just, you know, the boat doesn't have much colors, but I think this is exactly what makes it looking so cool. Yeah, that was from the outside. Let's go inside and get a feeling about what my guys have done in here. So just starting my video in my hand parallel. Yeah, so the top speed of that particular boat with the big anchor, winch, chain, and the big water tank and so on, and all the batteries, it's still with this V10 engines by 50 knots. Cruising speed we are taking between 2.7 and 3 liters, depending a little bit on the load. The boat is really a limousine. It brings your customers, your clients, your owners, your guests safely to shore. This really, you can see what we do now. We're having 0 degrees outside. We have the heater running in here. It could be the heater or the air conditioning, depending on the weather. And you're just fully protected. It's like a car, it's like a limousine, it's like a Sprinter, really a tool for you on the ship. But still, it's a very sexy boat with all the sunbed, very functional. Especially this boat is equipped to go fishing with the deck wash, with the chart plotters in the back for fish finding, with the rod holders. So many things you can do, and also a very cool looking boat with the toolbox, the ski box on top, as well as the Bravo's stand-up paddling boards. So let's drive a little bit. I close the door because it's quite close. Like again, this boat has tinted windows, which shows you that I can see here a difference to that area. when it comes to, this is the standard and this is the tinted windows. But we're also having quite dark outside already now, that's why we need to hurry a little bit. So yeah, the bow rise of that boat is very little, as it always was. I'm starting now with a left turn. We're running now already 30 knots, and the boat is very agile. What you expect of an Axopar, and it has, with this V10 engines, even a little bit more grip. So we're heading now out of the turn with going through their own waves, and we're running now like 40 knots. I'm going a bit down so the drone can follow, down to 30, which feels like we are standing. We have the vessel view display down here, we have the Fusion, but we are more or less talking about driving now. So what is very nice, when we have an IES signal there in the port, in the FLIR camera, it shows now that there is an IES signal just behind this wall there, which we can see also in this Raymarine plotters. We have an NMEA connection to the master vault system. Yeah, again, we're running now on 2.9 liters per nautical mile, and speeding up now. I think the drone will not be able to follow. We are now on 43, 47, and hitting the 50 soon, but we can't because there's a lock coming. So I go down a bit and go into a port turn. It's good for the drone pilot. It shows exactly where the camera looks at the moment. Coming out of the turn and running. We have some fault with the depth sounder, so don't worry that we have 147 meter of water, would be nice here. So the boat will be going to Mallorca as a chase boat, and then you're going to see her probably all over the Mediterranean very soon. We're going to do now a separate video about the towing, because there's the Tow Pro system installed on that boat, and then we're going to continue, but it's a little bit darker, in the inside. So back in the harbor with that beauty, we had a longer leg of not filming because we had some issues with the drone, but this gives it also a different view. We have now the window shades on. You can see really where the windows are a little bit more tinted, and then you have, there's a swan in the water, so hopefully it's not going on me. You have navigations light up, and then we have the covers in the front with planophile. Yeah, she's looking stunning, I think, in this with the blue deck lights. Just the big 350s, and we have also the speakers. Can you put the music on again so we have the speakers lighting up? The cover in planophile, it's a very light material, very nicely done here locally. And this is for you, how much you can see during the day then from these planophile window covers. You probably know them from the big boat. And then you can see how the speakers are lighted. And now we're gonna have a look inside, because this is very special. I give over the camera to Phil, so we have some less boring view. So on the inside we have also this special interior with the ice Silvertex with the original Axopar stitching. Additionally also the roof panels done in the same like the seating. Let's go through the boat, what is special here, what is not normal or what is unique. Let's start here in the corner. We have the air conditioning. A 10,000 BTU unit, which we always install in the Axopars. It's a Ultraflex Velair. It's a variable speed unit. It's very low noise and also very low taking energy. That's why we're choosing it, because it's variable speed. And then we're having the Master Vault display, which is for the auxiliary batteries, and which is now showing we are taking 40 amps now. We have the plotter on, we have all the lights on. which brought us now being here at the mooring since an hour to 97% of the batteries. We're having 600 amps of lithium capacity, which is stored below the bed, which was all like a bit tricky to use all the space in that boat, but my crew in the workshop did very well to make this on a very professional level. I think that the boat is not suffering at all in space through that. The aft cabin, normally we put a different mattress in here, but this was not fairly ready because we fill up this area as well. We needed this area to put the starter batteries and the heavy aux, as we put the 6 lithium batteries, just to get a feeling of the space you utilize in here. So we put the lithium batteries in here, where normally are the normal auxiliary batteries. And then we have the starter and the heavy aux just below here. We have installed DC-DCs because you have a different charging on the lithium batteries than you have on AGM. So there's DC-DCs to charge the lithium underway, and then you have additionally, you have 2 chargers. One is the combined charger and inverter, which is called Master Volt Combi Master, and this is stored here on the side, which is 100 amp charging and 3000 watt of inverter, which makes the air condition being running, or coffee machine, or even the inductions field. And then you have another charger which is charging the bow thruster, the stern thruster battery, and the starter batteries, which is a small 35.3 for Master Volt as well. We have reading lights in here, which I find very nice. If you just imagine you're going to sleep in here, your crew is sleeping in here, you have a proper reading light with warm white light, and you have a small USB charger in here, or you have the big deck lights to lighten it all up. You have the Blissis here on the side, which makes it also good to close, and we have an air condition outlet here, 2 more in the salon, 1 at the helm and 1 in the front cabin. So depending which one you close, you have more at the other outlets automatically, but we don't have different chillers. It's just 1 chiller or 1 compressor unit for the complete boat, just depending where the air you want to come, you close the other ones. We have in this boat, it's called the kitchen unit, which is, instead of the standard table, we have this cupboard here, which is, the table size is the same. Then we have an induction cooker in here and a small sink in front with warm water as well when you choose a boiler. That's from us, a small bin, and what I really much like is this coffee machine here on the side, espresso, so you have a dedicated place for it. And I went with this setup in vacation, it lasts very well, even at sea. Then yeah, we have a cutlery which fits in here for 4 people, melamine, some glasses, wine glasses. Then we have this fridge, which is a drawer. Normally it's a door, and you have an ice box here on top, which you even can take out, so you have even more space in here for drinks. Going to the front again, yeah, everybody knows that, but to show again how big the side doors are, this is a huge benefit from Axopar, how this all works. All this helm area, especially now also with this panel here on top, looks really, really well done. In the front cabin we have not done that much. Basically we have some more bags on the wall. We also have this air conditioned outlet here. We have a big fridge here, which is just fixed with a belt here on the side, which gives extra fridge capacity. We have this cupboard, which is from Axopar, extra the sink on the port side. Here's some storage in, life vests as well. Here we have the drone now in. What else? We have some sockets here for the fridge. We have the boiler, which can be switched from here if you want it to be on even over the inverter. More bags here on the side, but it's a standard front cabin. What is different is what we have here. That's a 150 liter water tank made especially for the Axopar 37, also with the fuel indicator, and also the window wash is connected to that. It's not a separate unit. Yeah, that's in the, I think mainly here in the front. At the helm, we discussed already several details. We have the original vessel view here. Trim tabs, we have a bigger radio system, which is with the color display, but main difference is we have more speakers and more quality speakers. We call it the AudiPack 3. We have the bow thruster and stern thruster proportional, which makes it more professional to use, lasting longer. We have a searchlight. We can, maybe now we are doing a video at night, we can once show what the searchlight does. So we have it now on that boat here next to us. Let me check. Let's go down a bit. So now we have the searchlight running onto that boat. So it's very good to fix a point. Now we have it on this ship over there. So it's very helpful. So what we could do now, we can combine it. If you make the FLIR camera even bigger in the view here. So we have the night camera. FLIR. So what we can do, we can even move the camera also on that ship. So we have more or less the double view. We have once the view here on the camera and we have it outside there. So we're very safe on night navigation. What is very nice as well, when we move the camera a little bit more here, is this. We have a boat lying here which has an IS. This boat here is a Berlin, she's called. She's 110 meters away from us, and the camera, the FLIR camera, is identifying. I can switch it off if it's going my nerve, but I can identify IS signals inside of the camera. As well, I can control the camera, which probably you guys who watch this video all know from the bigger boats. But now I can see here where my camera is facing. But I can also tell her, the camera, if I'm going here, and I just, oh no, now I did it wrong. I'm going here, and I just go mehr Optionen in German, and I say Kamera hierhin. And now the camera just moved in front of me. And it's facing there. So that's, I found very cool features Raymarine has. In fact, you know, these Raymarine Protas with 16-inch are the maximum Axopar normally is having is two 12-inch Simrad. They just fit here by a millimeter. 16-inch Simrad would not even fit. So that's how we got to the Raymarines. We even have a stern camera. We have the NMEA connection to the master volt, so you can see how much power we are draining now. 96% the batteries, 10 hours to last. Yeah, this is very unique, I would say, on an Axopar. We have an IES silence button. The joystick we discussed already, we made a small video beside with the bow thruster. We have a yard controller on that boat as well, which is a remote for engines and bow and stern thruster. Loads of kit, which is, I think, for a crew very helpful, but also on the other hand, you need to use that all, otherwise it's just things which can also break. We all know that. So that boat is going to Mallorca. It will be based in Mallorca, but it will be one of several tenders to a much, like a mothership. Maybe you're going to see her because she looks quite special, even just being white somewhere in the Med. If you're interested in anything what we did here on that boat, and you're considering a tender for your ship, we can sell tenders everywhere. We have been to Cyprus, we have like to all over the Mediterranean, to the Caribbean even. Like as long as it's a tender, the market is more or less free when it comes to dealership choosing. And what we can offer you is quite loads of experience. We got through doing several tenders. We can do the boats with the Cox setup, with the diesel engines. We have done several of them. We even have put lifting points, many things we done. And so you're not the first one who need maybe to suffer of us getting experience on you as a customer. So you probably already one of several in the line who demanded the same, which we not having even presented here, because in between there were many tenders where we have not even done a video, we're not allowed to do a video. But this is a very nice example of what our workshop can do for you, and hopefully we're getting at some point in contact through Tom in Mallorca or me here in Traben-Trarbach, or we also now with our colleague Stéphane Delfinot, present in the south of France with Dolphy Services, which also would then be a place where you can bring your tender in autumn to bring it over winter, and we have it ready for you in spring again. So this would be Mallorca or the south of France, the best place to do so. Thanks for watching, and see you at some point, maybe in both Düsseldorf or Cannes Boat Show, Monaco Boat Show, or even at our cozy place here in Traben-Trarbach. Have a nice Christmas time, and see you soon.